Hey there, this is Caleb, owner of Living Intent Yurt Company, and welcome to my property here. Today we're going to be shooting a demonstration of how to install a 16-foot prefabricated platform. There's a couple cool features about this platform system, and also some of the things about this site and some of the ways I'm laying this up as a demonstration will be different than your site, your geography, and maybe the types of footers. So this 16-foot yurt that I'm going to be putting up here, I chose this spot, one, because it's close to my other yurt here, and this will be kind of a guest bedroom area here. But this is a nice shaded area. It's hot here in California. I have a couple healthy looking trees above me that will provide shade for the summertime with a gradual slope. This platform kit is not designed to go up above 5 or 6 feet in height, but is designed for slight slopes like this. So today we're going to be walking you through layout and the how-to of putting together your prefabricated Living Intent flooring system. So today I'm going to be building with my partner in crime, Makita. He's actually the CEO of the business, and he's going to be lending his paws today, and we're going to get this platform built quick. This kit is designed to be built by the yurt owner with minimal building experience, but if what you see in this video seems a little bit beyond what you feel comfortable attacking, you can get a local contractor or builder or handyman to help you out. Footers that I chose for this, because it's on a slight grade, is these basic Home Depot precast footers. Now, these aren't necessarily the footers that I'd recommend for your site. They make lots of different types. You can get them with a redwood cap on them. You can get them with pier straps on top. But for time and this demonstration, I'm going to be using these footers that have the openings for 4x4s in them. So this is the central hub. We call it the key. And what this does is it shows you right where your central footers need to go. And it also tells you right where our pie slices are going to slide up to. And this is also where the spanner arms are installed that show us where the footers are going to need to be placed around the perimeter of the platform. So let's get into it. So provided in the kit is going to be metal stakes. And what you're going to do with these is place them through the holes that are CNC'd into the central key. So we're going to be dropping these in here and then tapping them into the earth. And what this is going to do is show us right where we're going to want to put our footers when we pound these all the way into the ground and lift this central key off of the earth. And so what these pins are going to do are show us exactly where we're going to want to put our footers for layout. To slide right over the top of it, we're going to lift that key off. Watch out, buddy. Put it back to the side. Now we have these right where we're going to want our footers to be. Now I've already done some of this prep work here, so you're going to see some holes already here. But using these, you're going to identify exactly where the 3 central footers are going to be. You're then going to dig out a hole and put coarse gravel underneath it and set your footer right where these are going to be. And you'll know that you're going to have a perfect triangle here to set your key onto. All right, so now using my level, what I'm going to do is go to the high side of the platform and make sure that where my central key is going to be, 7 feet out into the hill, the platform won't be hitting into the hill, but will still be elevated above that. And once you figure out that you're not going to be penetrating into the hill, you're going to be cutting your central 4x4s to establish what the height of the entire platform is going to be. Now, the platform itself is going to sit 5 inches above that, so something to consider when you're doing your platform layout. I'm placing the first 4x4 in the 3 central footers. Now this one is going to be at the highest point of the 3, and this is going to establish the height of the platform. What's important here is that you're setting this at a height that when you level this centerpiece and you have the raise and the spanner arms extending out, you're not running into the hill. So you want to make sure that your center is high enough that when you install all the footers around the perimeter, you're high enough that you have proper ventilation and airflow underneath. Once the first footer is set, I'm using my 6-foot level to transfer that level to the footer to the left and right of it. I'm pulling that 4x4 out and cutting it with a miter saw. I have now established all 3 4x4s, the central 4x4s. They are all level. I'm moving my level back and forth between them to make sure that they are all on the same level plane. Next, we're going to place the central key on top of the 3 4x4s, lining up the 4x4s with those pre-drilled holes that you use to drive the metal stakes through. Once you've felt underneath and established that the 4x4s are in line with the 3 holes, we're going to use 3-inch screws provided to go down through the central key down into the 4x4s below. Next, we're going to screw in the L brackets with the provided panhead screws. Once you have your first spanner arm screwed into the central hub, you're going to use it to establish where your first footer is going to go around the perimeter of the platform. What you're going to do is slide a footer underneath the opening for your spanner arm and slide your 4x4 down through the hole, putting your 6 or 8-foot level onto the spanner arm. You're going to go up and down until you see it's level, make a mark on the 4x4 and cut it. You're going to use the provided screws to screw the L bracket in the back of the spanner arm into the 4x4 that you just placed. And now that looks good. Let's do it again. So now going around the perimeter, you're going to be placing footers, sliding 4x4s down through the opening in the spanner arm, marking them at level, cutting them with your miter saw, skill saw, or chainsaw, and you're going to repeat that process until all of your spanner arms are placed. All right, we're placing our pie slice onto the central key, resting on the spanner arms. So what we're going to do now is slide it back so that the very tips of the nose of the platform meets up with that routed line, that circle with the arrows going to it. When you have the very tips of the noses of the platform meeting that line, you know that your pie slice is in the proper place. Next, let's talk dominoes. So the dominoes are a wooden dowel that will align the 2 platform pieces together and prevent them from wanting to walk up and down over time. And there will be a sanded side on the domino that you're going to want to be facing outwards. And the reason for that is that the next pie slice will slide in much easier with that sanded side facing out. Using clamps, you're going to pull the 2 pie slices together. And once you have them nice and snug up to each other, you're then going to use the provided bolts, washers, and nuts to fasten the pie slices together. Now I've found that if you do this as soon as you have the 2 pie slices snug to each other, you're going to be able to get that whole platform nice and tight all the way around. If you wait to do those bolts until you've dropped all of the pie slices onto the platform, it's going to be very difficult to close the gaps because you're just pulling so much weight from the whole platform. And look at that, a nice tight joinery between each pie slice. And let's do that again until there are no more pie slices to be put in. Now that last piece, when you're putting it in there, sometimes you're going to have to use a mallet to really get it to seat properly. So oftentimes what I'll do is I'll use a rubber mallet and tap it into place. We are ready to drop our central piece into the middle of the circle. Now the central hub has routed notches that will receive the framing below. Now on a bamboo platform, I like to clock the grain in an orientation that looks nice. You know, maybe it's horizontal to the door. Maybe it's going vertically from the door. So take a look at some different ways that you might want that grain to go. All right, congratulations. You finished your Living in Tent prefabricated platform system. It took you however long it took you, and I'm sure it looks beautiful. Now give us a call if you have any additional questions, and happy yurt raisin'.